Welcome back to the shop for another episode of Let's Take Forever to Build a Trailer. In today's episode, I'm going to do some routing. I got a route on this edge notch so that I can fit the front and the back. So that notch goes all the way around, clear to the other corner over there. And then I'm going to run a slight chamfer, like a 45-degree chamfer along this bottom edge, because on these sheet metal wall supports down here, it's not a perfect 90. It's got a little bit of a radius to it, so I just want to chamfer the edge a little bit so it doesn't hit it, so it sits flush against or flat against the back. So anyway, and also I got a new camera. I got a new Hero 8 Black, so video quality should be a little bit better than my old baby camera, but actually don't have it out here, but I'll be able to use two cameras for stuff now for a little bit more variety in the editing department. So I just have one out here today. Oh, I got to show you what else I bought. So I got a horse stall mat from the local D&B Supply, and that is going to get cut. I'm sure I've said this before, but I'm going to cut that to fit down in the floor area here, and it may have to be done in two pieces possibly, but yeah, I'm going to cut that and set that down in there for us to stand on instead of standing just on the fiberglass. So that should work out pretty good. It does kind of, it's a little rubbery, but I think it's been sitting in the sun all day though, drying out, because I scrubbed it with some Simple Green and sprayed it off. So but it should once it's cooled down, I think it will not be so rubber smelling. So, and this is like a couple of weeks after these have been glued on, and I mean these things are glued on there so good. This Terracin 939 is absolutely incredible stuff. I don't know if any of you guys have seen any of Styromax, the Australian company, seen any of their videos, but they posted a video not too long ago on Facebook of showing how strong the bond is with this Terracin 939, and they stuck a panel to like a piece of 2x2 square tube, and they ended up parking a forklift on the tube and then lifting the panel up with another forklift, and it completely ripped the panel apart, and the skin that was stuck to the tube was still stuck to it. This stuff is just incredibly strong. So once it cures, like when it's fresh or like the day after, it still kind of feels like it could peel off, or it's, not as strong as they claim it is. But man, after this stuff sets up for like a week, it's like permanent is a good word to use. It's pretty permanent. So I'm not too worried about this thing coming apart. And it's even you hit the panels and it just feels solid. So anyway, enough of me rambling. I'm going to move that wall panel out there, and then I'm going to start figuring out some routing. So Alright, I got the templates all set up here, so you can see, got it all clamped down, ready to cut the edge. So I've got a flush trim bit, so let's see what happens. Alright, well, that went as good as expected. It's always nerve-wracking cutting into a panel you've spent so much time on. It's a little risky if something screws up, but this went pretty smooth, I think. So here's what this will look like after. So I gotta finish trimming this a little bit. I didn't want to go too deep and risk hitting the other side of the skin, but yeah, this should just scrape right off with a utility blade or something pretty easy. So that worked out pretty good. Happy with that. So now it's time to put all the templates back inside and then test fit this wall again, and then I got a drill for the rivets on the bottom, and after that, I mean, I think this thing's just about ready to glue on, so maybe today even. That'd be sweet, huh? Alright, got some angles put on. That's looking pretty good. That's it for today. I'm going to go inside. I'm kind of worn out, but I'll probably come out tomorrow and do some more. Maybe do the wall tomorrow. Just got to double check and make sure that I've got everything on there that I want on there before I put it up. I put that angle on you saw now because I wanted to test the countertop, make sure that that fit. So but that looks like that sits flat and everything's even, so that's good. So yeah, and I think what I'm gonna do after that wall is up is I'm gonna just set the countertop in, and then I'm gonna mock this other wall up and see if my width is good on the counter, because it's off by, like, you know, a 16th here and an 1/8 here, and so I just want to make sure that everything's going to fit okay. So yeah, I think I'm going to mock up the other side and kind of test fit that, and probably test fit the upper cupboard or upper storage bulkhead that goes across there too, to make sure those are the same width. So anyway, that's it for today. Probably more tomorrow. All right, it's the next day. My wife just brought me lunch. Thank you, Nicole. That was very sweet. Meatloaf sandwich. It's pretty awesome. So I did a little bit and didn't bother recording it because, you know, you guys have seen me rivet and glue stuff, so it's kind of not exciting. It's kind of hard to decide like how much talking versus how much action and time lapse to do. So I don't know if I ever get it right or not, but anyway, I skipped these. So I got this panel put on, that angle, that angle, that angle. So that is now done. So the next panel to go on is going to be the wall, I think, which is exciting. So you can see I've got some tape on here so that I have a nice line for my adhesive to squeegee to, whatever you want to say that, the old finger trick. So I need to put tape on that vertical on that panel over there, and I need to put tape on that side over there still. So I'm going to eat some lunch, and then I'm going to do that tape, and then I may be gluing a wall on here in a little bit, which is really exciting. This is really starting to look like something. Anyway, I'm excited. All right, well, there we go. That took 30 minutes. Holy moly. Got some squish out in a few places, which is actually good. It means I got plenty of adhesive in there. And in the storage places, I'm not going to be too concerned about being neat, but as you could see with me pulling the blue tape off, I did try to tape all the visible interior seams so that they're kind of neat and tidy. So anyway, that's looking like a wall permanently glued to the trailer. All right, did a little mock-up of the countertop and the front bulkhead. Let's get on this side and look at this. See? And back over here. It's kind of cool. Looks pretty good. So I threw a little bit of water on the floor over here because that terracin is moisture cure, so that should help it cure a little bit faster. Anyway, super happy with getting a wall up. I'm stoked to see this thing starting to come together. It's actual like visible progress, which is good. So happy about that. Hopefully more next weekend. Anyway, that's it for this episode. So thanks for watching, everybody, and see you next time.